empty your ender chest before fly days, and then have shulkers in it, and put all your stuff in a shulker, and put it in your chest, and then just jump and die. Just die. And then it basically just respawns you, but you're not losing all your loot that you gathered, especially for some of you that are doing in-city ratings, things like that, because the last thing you want to do is spend, an hour and a half trying to get back somewhere, things like that. Yeah, see, Dusty does that. A lot of players do this. It's something that we're used to doing, but I do know a lot of you are newer to ACO, and so on fly days you might not quite know the value of using the ender chest, and then getting around via death. So just make sure you have your bed set wherever you want to always restart at. It's just kind of helpful. A little piece of advice: keep shulkers on you, especially if you are in a spot like last night. I know Boomy was in a little bit of a bind in a bastion, and one of those help, what do I do? Yeah, really quickly throw everything. Try to keep your ender chest even empty, completely empty, so if you don't have time to put it all, it's like, oh, hold on, Mr. Piglin, let me put down my shulker while I fill it with all my gear and put it in my ender chest. Okay, now you can kill me. Obviously that's not always possible, so even if you just have to throw it down really fast and put your best sword or best whatever in there, it kind of helps you in the end. So all right, guys, we're going to get started here. This is going to be a very short player of the month. I know it's a fly day, and I know you guys are excited about getting to do that, and I don't want to eat up any of your time. But there are a few things that we want to go over, as well as, congratulate our player of the month. Let's go ahead and do that first. So this month we had another record number of votes, which was really exciting. I always get excited when I see that, because that means you guys are as invested in everyone in the server as I am. And the fact that you guys want to let me know how things are going, and who really made a difference to you this month really says a lot. That's being part of the community. And that's why when players say, oh, I'm not going to vote because, I don't have time, or I'm not going to vote because I wasn't on enough, I don't know what's going on. Even if you guys aren't in game much, I know you're all in Discord. You guys are all in Discord. You guys are very chatty in Discord. So if you see like someone be extra kind, meaning like, this player is always so quick to support players in the live channel, or this player is always so quick to say, yeah, I'll play Bed Wars with you since you asked, or, just overall does a great job. It does, player of the month doesn't have to be something you only see in game. It can be something that you see in the ACO community. So rather that be, like I said, Discord or in game, anything like that. We have a player right now that is doing some awesome work in their own community, making autism awareness signs for their school, and putting in Otcraft and telling people what Otcraft's about. That's amazing. We had another player who saw a tweet that was done saying, well, what's Otcraft? Like, why are you guys using hashtag autism with a Bed Wars tweet? It was my own tweet, and someone replied to it, and one of our players took the initiative to let them know what we're about. That's amazing. That's great stuff that goes way above and beyond what we do here in game. And that's why, specifically with ACO, I always do hashtag more than a game, because it's what we are. So thank you guys for that. And also keep that in mind next time you vote, or next time you think, well, I can't really vote because I wasn't on much. You can vote. You always vote, and let us know who's doing a great job. And then when you do pass along those great notes that go with it, I do typically let the players know, because it's always great to hear what someone thinks, about you when you impacted them enough that they chose you out of everyone for that month to vote for. So, all right. So saying all that, this month's player of the month was voted by their peers, and there were a lot of wonderful notes that went with it. This player is typically a little shyer, so I will definitely reserve those for them, and they will get to see the feedback. But this month's player has been with us, I believe, over a year now. They're very active in the Discord, always offering support. They're in game often, offering to help with different things. If anyone ever needs help, they're pretty quick to always volunteer to hop right on and help. And so it's really awesome that you guys recognize this, and they ended up winning this month by quite a few votes. So it was close yesterday at one point, and then it just kind of took off. So, and unfortunately, this person is not here today, but the winner of our player of the month for March 2021 is Rizzy. So Emrez, congratulations. even though you're not here.
The spam cat.
Everyone, spam, hurry, ping, ping, ping. So yeah, go ahead and make sure that you let her know
Congrats,
that what
Rizzy.
she does is really appreciated. I know a lot of you voted for her, and it was really great to see that, because sometimes it's not always what one person did. Like this week, we often say that an admin on AC is, someone might have done something really amazing that week, and that's great, but there's a lot of players out there that just are amazing every week, every single week. They're consistent, and definitely Emrez is one of those. So yep, she's gonna be like, wait, what's happening? Anyway, so congrats, Rizzy. I'll get her picture taken, and we'll do all that once she can do it. Tilly, since you're here, if you want to do the signs now, that'd be awesome, instead of after. But yeah, so congratulations to Emrez and for being our player of the month for Craft Obsidian. All right, so moving forward, there's just a few things I want to go over. One is the ideas channel. So you guys know with ideas, we say there are no books this month. Moodle reminded me of the books, and there were no books this month. And for those of you that don't know, behind you where the map is, you're going to see there's that little area. There's books. There's books. I didn't see any. I checked it this morning. Let me double check really quick. Unless something got written. Oh, you just put one in? Oh, there it is. Hold on. I take that back. We have books. We have books. All right. That one's blank. Hold on. Blank. The two books I have are blank. Snowy, did you want to maybe say yours? Because I don't see it. Let me double check.
Button up there.
Yeah, that's where.
I think I clicked that earlier and a book popped out.
Okay, then you took the book. So where's the book at?
Oh, I put it in the chat
down
there.
Yeah.
Put it where? Right here?
In that chat. I put it back in that chest.
Oh, you put it back in. Okay. Well, there's two books, but they're both blank. Was the one you had blank? Do you know?
No, it was not.
Okay. Well, oh, here we go. Got it. Okay. So I apologize. We do have one. Even though she is having a down day, Moodle always makes time to talk to the server and make everyone happy. Moodle always puts a smile on my face on rainy days and always takes interest in what I have to say. She has a deep love for ACO, and I appreciate it greatly. And that is signed by a very grateful person. So good job, Moodle. Very nice and very very much deserved recognition. So nice job, Moodle. So, but yeah, guys, we have that area. So if you, let's say something happens during the week and you just want to make sure that it doesn't get forgotten or something, grab a book, put it in, and then we will go ahead and get those collected. So we'll read them up. Only having 12 players of the month a year with this many players, it would be very difficult to get it when everyone deserves it. And so these little books is kind of great. It's a great way for us to still recognize the good things that happen. So thank you, whoever wrote that. Thank you very much for doing that. All right, so I wanted to say, the ideas channel. All right, so we have, as you guys know, we have the ideas channel. This can be anything from like a possible server event to really anything that has to do with the ACO Discord or ACO in the Minecraft game. And for the most part, you guys do a really great job with it. We are still getting a little bit of players commenting on other players' ideas. We ask that you don't do that. And the reason why is in the past, players have been made to feel very bad about ideas, and we're not about that. So if you don't agree with someone's idea, that's 100% okay. You don't have to agree with it. It's their idea. And when we as admins look at the ideas, we'll say like, you know what, unfortunately, we're not able to do that. Or actually, hey, this is a great idea. And these things happen. And one thing I do want to touch on, though, is we've had a lot of suggestions recently about ideas that are really for things that ACO is not about. And by that, I mean very non-vanilla ideas. And I just want you guys to know those ideas, when they don't get approved, please don't take it personal. It's that's not how our server is. And we do get kind of an influx of new players at times that want us to be like Otcraft. They want us to have the things Otcraft has. And at the end of the day, that's just not what ACO is. ACO is a vanilla server. We're survival. We try to be as absolute vanilla as possible. We do have some plugins that, yes, do make our lives a little easier, such as the sleep plugin. the sit plugin, I don't know, ModRex, essentials, things like that. We need to have certain plugins, but we try to not add in anything that's just not really needed. I think the only thing we have on here that really is just extra would be the sit plugin and the tree plugin. And the sit one, it took a long time of asking, as like Telly will tell you. And the tree plugin is another one that had been asked for a very long time. And I know some of you use it, some of you don't. If you don't agree with it, just don't use it, is my recommendation for it, because a lot of other players really, really looked forward to that, especially since we are survival. It was just that little bit of help they got, and that's not something we do often at all. At all. It took a couple of years to really get that. So for those of you that are concerned that we're going to turn non-vanilla, I'm here to assure you that's not the case. We are staying exactly how we are. We have not made any changes since the last 2 plugins got added. We don't anticipate getting any new plugins that would give new things like that. We're not taking away plugins, but we're also not going to be adding in anything outside of changing out our portal plugin. The portal plugin will very soon, hopefully, fingers crossed, be changed out very quickly. And once that is, we'll be letting you guys know, because it may or may not affect your portals for a short period of time. If anything with the 117, we're probably going to remove. Yeah, exactly. If anything, we would be removing things like that. All right, so just wanted to let you know that. Now, sometimes we get really great ideas, and an idea will stand out, and I'll be like, yes, and I'll either implement it immediately, meaning like a channel or something, or I will talk to you guys about it Player of the Month, and that's what I'm here to do right now. So there was an idea suggested of an Aco Time Capsule. Who all read that? Did you guys see that? Yep, pretty exciting. And for those of you that don't know what time capsules for those of you who don't know what time capsules are, it's and IRL, it's where you take things that are really popular, like in this moment, right? At this time, you'd say like, okay, TikTok's really popular, or these different various things are very popular, and we're going to bury it. And 10 years from now, we're going to open it and kind of giggle and laugh at the stuff that used to be popular 10 years ago. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have an ACO time capsule. I want to give you guys 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, I would like each player to contribute at least one thing to the time capsule. That can be in the form of naming an item, such as TikTok or whatever, or it could be a book where you just write about what's going on in the world right now, what's going on ACO right now. It's just something to kind of to pause this moment in time, so that years from now we can go in and check it out. We're burying it in Blue's backyard. And we'll have a spot. We're gonna have a dedicated spot, and I'll let you guys know where that is when the time comes. And it will be protected, of course, under Gerald. And we will have a spot, and that's where it will go. So you guys do have 2 weeks to come up with what you want to put into the ACO time capsule. I will have a spot here in Player of the Month building, or in Spawn 1. You'll see it, a spot where you can put it in. For this scenario, you are able to put your name. Okay, you guys know how I am with putting names on things and stuff like that. I'm not for it. But because this is tied to what you're contributing to the time capsule, this one you're allowed to use your player name, which of course for most of you will change 20 times in the next year anyway. But yeah, you can put your name. So you can mention current world events as long as it's not political. It's keep the same ACO rules, right? Obviously, we're currently living in as we're calling it, a panoramic. So if you want to make real small comments to it, something like that, that's okay. We can't escape it. It's reality. It's our world right now. We can pretend it's not happening, but it's here. And has it impacted things even like ACO? Yes, it has. So yes, you can, just like I said, be very very careful with it. Yeah, PG-13 only. Just keep it to ACO rules. What is allowed to be talked about here, that kind of thing, and you'll be fine. All right. Let's see. I wanted to go over a few things. We do have the drive-in coming up. Do you know the date on that one, Boomy? So I don't have to grab it really quick. I think we're doing it in 2 weeks from today. So we have the ACO drive-in coming up. I'll tell you guys, we're not going to tell the movie yet. We're actually going to give some teasers. This one's gonna be a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. It's a great movie, and we've already started working on the area, and I can tell you this is going to be a very, very fun one. The rating on this one, I believe, is PG for those of you that need to know that ahead of time. And this particular one is through Netflix, but the following one after that, which we've already decided, will be Disney Plus. So we're going to start doing a rotation. It seems like we got about a 50-50-ish mix on that. So we'll let you guys know what that is as it gets a little bit closer, and we'll start giving you guys some ideas. Now, for this movie, we will be doing it on the Saturday. It'll be 2 weeks from today, but it'll be 1 hour before our event time because we need the full 2 hours for the movie. Flushed Away. I love Flushed Away. Dumb and Dumber, we actually looked at that, but unfortunately it's not on the US one right now.
Hey,
that's the hard part.
Hey, when did you say the drive-in was again?
It's 2 weeks from today. Let me pull out my calendar. I thought I had it marked, but I don't.
Okay.
It is going to be the 20th.
Okay.
Yep, the 20th. So, and I'm still working on I'm trying to get a new, like, complete new tab for our website that has nothing. I'm sorry, not the website. The website's done. The ACO, we're going to have an events page or event date page so that you guys can real easily just glance and see, like a calendar. We're going to have players' birth dates on that as well. So it'll be a much easier way for you guys to look at stuff. And that I should have done in the next couple days. All right. And the reason we do Saturday is at least that's, for Australian players who, when they meet on Sundays, for us, it's Mondays for them. We're trying to make as much as possible. We're trying to make the events on Saturdays just for that purpose so that you guys don't run into issues with school. Why are you on fire? No fire.
She shot herself.
Oh, no, please. Remember, we don't do that here. Not at Player of the Month. All right.
She was challenged to kill herself without falling to death.
Okay. And remember, guys, we don't do that during Player of the Month. It's something I ask of you guys all the time, and I just really, really need you guys to respect that. Player of the Month is the one time we're meeting. Just please don't try to kill yourself. Yeah, I know, Lloyd. It's so hard. The timing is so bad because we have Player of the Week right after, and right after Player of the Week, and after we always have an admin meeting, and then we have the Wither fight, and then it ends up being like 11 p.m. for UK players. So I know. All right. Regarding the ideas channel, going back to that. So we have that coming up. If you guys have ideas like this, please put it in there. These are great ideas. Like the time capsule, I love that idea. I'm so glad the person that put it in there. And then also, if you guys have ideas for things like, I saw the talent show got suggested again. The talent show we did a year ago. It was a lot of fun. We already have the area for it. So if you guys want to go forward with the talent show, we can do that as well. Anything like that, I'm very encouraging of. If you guys come up with ideas for events, things like that, let's do it. Let's put it in place. That's how we got the events we have today, is by ideas and people just suggesting things. All right. So Telly, are you able to talk for a little bit and show everybody what you did this week? So as you guys know, Alyssa is back as admin, and our setup that we had only had myself and AF in it. And so I asked Telly to please work with me and talk. No, he's not gonna talk. Can you type and explain? So we decided that we needed some changes here. And so if you guys turn and look, you'll see the little area that was redone. So this looks great. So thank you, Telly, for adding Alyssa back into the mix here. And then because we had to remove the obsidian bow, that got transferred. So Telly, are you ready for everyone to follow you? Okay, so everybody, let's follow Telly. If I move, I lag. Yeah, you guys don't like an entity cram yourselves and die over it. Take your time.
Cram party. Woo. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Yes, we know what's going to happen, so.
Ooh. Hey, the cave.
There you guys, y'all got in.
Got everyone walking on the netherite.
They're like, oh, it's so valuable. It's so valuable. Yeah, it's beautiful. We're classy.
Oh, so this is why that little
Everyone's
cave
trying
bit got
to-
blocked off.
You guys are all... This is why it's blocked off. Exactly. So we have a new cave, guys.
Well,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, you're not able to, break this and steal it. So
Except
sorry.
Telly,
So
you,
sorry.
me.
There's a few of us that have permissions, and guess what? Even if you do, I can see who did it. So, yep. So, anyways, thank you, Telly. This looks amazing. We obviously have a lot of room to grow down here, which
I
is
shall
pretty
punch
cool.
it until it breaks with my fist.
The cave. Are we reopened that cave?
It's now
the other cave, I will talk to Telly about that. We'll see about getting that one reopened.
Okay, so I
Players
really
haven't
like that.
asked. I know. Even Ulrof had commented on it.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
yep. So definitely we'll do that. All right. So yeah. So do you guys have any questions? I don't really have. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to go over really quickly. Statuses. Okay. So obviously Discord is your own. You can do whatever you like with it. It's yours. It's the same as any other social media, like a Twitter or anything. It just happens to be what we use to communicate. As you guys all know, we're in a call. But there have been recently some statuses that are just not ACO appropriate. And what I did was about 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago now, I made a channel. And if your status is inappropriate, I am putting you in there and then letting you know, hey, unfortunately, it's your right to say what you want as your status. But when players get offended or upset by what they read, I have a responsibility then to change that. And I can't change your status, but I can remove it so that players aren't seeing it. And so anyways, I've had to start doing that. And I've had, I think 3 in the last 2 weeks that I've had to do that too. And I just want you guys to know, if that happens, if you want your status to be something and it's that important to you to do it, you are welcome to do that. Just know I'm going to have to take your active tag away for a few minutes. Telly, please don't. Please put that back. Telly. And once the status is removed, absolutely I'll put you right back into active. And it's not you're in trouble. It's not a shame on you thing, because again, it's you can do what you want with it. But at the same time, you have to remember that we are a family friendly community. And because of that, there's certain things that just can't be seen. If we have a new player that joins and the first thing they do is see some really negative, terrible, statuses that have cuss words and stuff in it, it's not going to look good on the server. And I know, because a few of you have reached out to me about some of this, it even affects you individually. So just know, if that is what you have, again, I'm not telling you to change it. I'm not telling you because I can't, and I'm not going to. I'm telling you that if you, as having the status you have, I need to make it so players can't see it for now. And then once it's changed, I will happily move you back. I had a player that did it intentionally. They needed to say something because they were in another Discord, and that was okay. And that's fine. They got moved. When it went away, they got put back. So I just want you guys to understand this. The same goes for Patreon. And we haven't talked about it as far as staff goes, but I'm telling you the same will go for staff as well, because it's one of those things that, again, we need Discord to be comfortable for everyone that is looking over and sees it. And you guys all see it. I know you do. I get told. So does anyone have any questions about that? Which is not sleeping as a perk. Let's hear. Can we talk in Discord? You can talk, but you can only talk to admin. So the channel is one of those. It's one of those where it removes. It's a read only. So I'm sorry, not a read only, but you can't read back. So if you type in it and then you leave the channel and you come back, it's similar to how private channels work. If you type in it, you're not going to be able to see what's said, because when we remove you, chances are within however long we'll be putting somebody else in there. And so we need for them to not read back. But it's a serious thing. It's one of those, like, again, we're not trying to impede on anyone's rights or, your freedom of speech. It's not that at all. It's that sometimes these statuses can be extremely offensive to other players, and we want everyone to be comfortable. So instead of us telling you, you have to remove it or you're removed from the Discord, the solution is, hey, we're going to put you in this channel where others can't see it, and when you're done, when you're able to put it back to family friendly, which for us is, we're pretty lenient, guys. We're not that picky. We just ask for nothing super derogatory towards a gender or cussing. I mean, we're really not We're really not too picky on this. It's just we need everyone to feel comfortable. So when that happens, you'll go right back as if nothing happened. And again, you're not in trouble for it by any means. It isn't like you're in the muted channel or anything like that. This is just, again, for players. So anyone make sure to say algorithm. That's how you get out of everything with me. Just say algorithm.
Noise.
So, all right. Does anyone have any questions? You can unmute if you have a specific question towards this, because it is pretty important. Do you guys have any questions on it? Nope. Okay. All right. So that's about it. We have a few things coming up. We've got, like I said, survival games coming up. We have a few things. I will have that channel up, like I said, either later today or tomorrow, and that will literally have everything so easy for you guys to read, so that you can go into those dates and see what days you want to maybe say, oh, for sure I need to be there on this date because I want to be part of that. Yeah, let's see. Any other questions, guys? Anyone have suggestions?
Telly was asking, like, in your status if like a non-ACO friendly game shows up.
That happens all the time. We're not really picky about that. If it's something that the name of the game has like a strong cuss word in it or something, then we will. But if it's just more one of those, like, I'm playing, Grand Theft Auto, something that, obviously is not an ACO friendly game, I'm not going to tell you to stop playing that because it's showing it. We're not going to remove you for playing that game. You can play whatever games you want outside of ACO. Of course you can. If it's something that has a cuss word in it to where someone's going to glance and be offended by a cuss word, or if the game's called, I hate a certain gender or a certain race or something, obviously that, yes, of course, we're going to be doing that. But if it's just, that you're playing a game that maybe is rated M or something, a little different, we're not going to stop that status. Like I said, we're pretty lenient on this. You guys have been playing other games for a very long time, and occasionally, yeah, we see it, and it's like, oh, okay. But it's not I'm not offended that you're playing that game. What I'd be offended is if you said something negative towards, like I said, a gender or race or anything like that. Let's see. Making sure I didn't miss anyone. Also, that goes for advertising. So, like, don't use yours to advertise. Specifically advertise a Discord. You guys know you can't invite players to your personal Discords, things like that. So obviously that kind of goes with that. If you're not sure, I always say ask. So let's say you are going to play a game that is a very adult game that we're all going to know this is a very adult game and it might upset someone. Just ask us and say, hey, does this show up? Can you see this? And we'll let you know. Obviously we're all friends here. We're family. We don't want to upset anyone ever. So yeah, so just, just ask if you're not sure. Okay, let's see. Club Penguin. Spotify. You can have Spotify. The Spotify issue is on Patreon because you guys are allowed to have music that does have words in it, things like that. It's, it's ACO, it's a little different. So you can share playlists. I know some of you are on Patreon as well, and I know Patreon has very different rules. But, for instance, if you have a playlist, you can post it. People can join each other's Spotify parties. We've been able to do that for a long time. We don't have issues with that. And you guys have never had issues with it. You guys handle it maturely, which I really appreciate. It's nice when we can have, you guys can be able to do these things because you do handle things well. So I appreciate that. Makes our jobs as admins a lot easier. In your activity, you can turn off the display. Yeah, you can turn it off, but some people don't because maybe that one game that, whatever, they don't play it very often or something. We're always looking. We're chronically looking at people's statuses. So, all right. Does anyone else have anything they want to go over or talk about? For the most part, you guys are doing great. There's still a few people that tend to comment in the selfie channel. I've said now a few times, no more comments in the selfie channel. We've had players that get comments that have asked me specifically to ask that no comments in the selfie channel. So it's really important. If someone posts a selfie, and let's say I'm going to just use Peachy as an example. So Peachy posts a selfie and Peachy's got like a really cool beanie on. I might go into off topic and be like, Peachy, oh my gosh, I love that beanie. Like, where did you order it? Because I think it's really cool. But, I get, telling someone they look pretty or it's something we want to do. We want to build each other up. But some of us don't handle that very well at all. And it feels like unwanted attention and it actually causes people to not want to post. So that's why we say no comments. Even though it's always been very positive stuff, sometimes it can just be a little much and it makes players feel uncomfortable. So, keep in mind, no comments in the selfie channel. If you want to comment, you need to comment, then go ahead and just do that in off topic and then make it very specific, not just, you look pretty, things like that. You can use reactions for that. Reactions, use all the hearts in the world and you'll see that we do that. You can do reactions. It's the actual comments. It's the verbiage. It's the words that were upsetting some players. Very specific verbiage, things like that just kind of made them feel uncomfortable. So reactions are okay.
Blue, I'm really sorry when I do play mature games. I try and make sure I don't select scenes.
You don't worry about Magic. You're 100. Like I said, I don't know a player on here that probably doesn't play something that probably wouldn't be on ACO. So you're fine. Like I said, it has not been an issue. It hasn't been an issue. There's been a few times that we've seen some stuff that is a little bit out there, and we always do talk to that player one-on-one. We will talk to you individually if it's an issue. We're not going to tell you guys you can't show what you're playing because, of one specific thing. So, yeah, see what BB said, Minecraft's not appropriate for ACO. So, I would be the person. So anyways, all right. So like I said, the next event we have coming up in 2 weeks is the drive-in. So that'll be the next one. We do have a few fun things going on. So our plan is to do the survival games during the stream. We don't know what's happening with the stream right now. I don't know that AF will be back for that. He's on break, and that's right after, like, days after he moves. So I don't know that how this is going to happen. I know a lot of you keep asking me. I've been asked a lot lately what's happening with that. And so just know, rather AF's able to do the stream or maybe we do a stream or something, ACO is going to celebrate that, and we will celebrate Autism Acceptance Day. I know a lot of you call it Autism Awareness Day, but we like to say Autism Acceptance Day. The awareness is out there, but the acceptance still needs some work. And so we will definitely do something fun. Just kind of keep your eye out. I'll probably be making a channel specifically for it, so keep your eye out for that. Let's see. All right, guys.
And what we can do on the Hypixel Sky.
So, okay, yeah. So let me really quickly go over that. As you guys know, being able to play games is a newer thing for Outcraft in general. We started it on ACO about 2 years ago, allowing you guys to play games together that are, appropriate games together. And you guys have done a great job with it. In the last probably 4-ish months, 5-ish months, you guys have started playing Bed Wars. And, we talked about it and we're like, okay, well, it's just Bed Wars. They like to play it. They're going to go play it anyway. At least they can be, in a call together here safely and not have to go off to into someone else's personal Discord where things may or may not happen. And so we've tried to make accommodations. We have bent. You guys know I use that phrase a lot, right? Bend but don't break. So we as admins have had to bend some to try to accommodate what you guys really would like to do. That allowed Bed Wars to get to be played. Now some players are like, well, can we stream it? Can we not? The rule is with it is you can stream if there's no chat. In the end, you guys are going to another server to play. That's the black and white of it, is you guys are going off from our server to another server to play. Now, is this a server we have a great working relationship with? Yes, it is. We work very well with Hypixel. Simon is a friend of the server. But at the same time, bullying happens there. Things get said there. It is another server. So what we need to do is make sure that when you are there, that you guys have chat turned off. And that's something we have asked you from day one. So if you're playing Bed Wars, we ask that the chat is turned off. If you're streaming, it 100% has to be turned off. Now, that is a mini game. Okay, so that's you guys going to go play a mini game. It's part of the reason why I really wanted Bed Wars for AC. It's part of the reason why when I first wrote it up, I was like, look, we have so many players going off to play it, and we now have Bed Wars on AC. So obviously our preference is that you stay here and play where it's safe, where we know you're not going to run into trolls, where we know things aren't going to happen. But at the same time, we do understand that some of you like to play there. You like their maps. You like how they do things. And of course, you're able to do that. Skyblock, that's a little bit different, okay? Because now you're actually, that's more of a building. It's a long term. It's not going to play a few rounds of a game and then coming back. This is something you guys keep going back to. So now you guys are literally playing on another server a game when we don't allow that. And that's why this one's had to be put on hold. I will talk to AF about it. I just haven't had a chance because, again, he's on break right now. The last thing I want to do is bring up an already gray area where we've already been bending to him right now and say, hey, what do you think about this? My gut on it right now is just no. Like, again, it's not, you're not going to go play a mini game there. You're going to go play a form of Minecraft there. So that's where we're at on it. I hope that
I say something about
Mod.
Hold on. You both start talking at the same time, so just hold on. Go ahead, Mod, and then Dusty, you can talk
Okay.
after.
With Hypixel, there have been times on the server before where logs have had been pulled, and very few people at Hypixel have access to the logs, but they log every single action, every single private message.
Mhm.
So if stuff happens, you can submit a report, and if it's that bad, they will pull logs.
So
They
you
will.
want me as an admin to go to their server and ask their admins to pull reports on players?
But
Do you see any problem with that?
well, I'm not saying you need to do that, but I'm just stating that if the worst of the worst of the worst of the
Have we had
happens,
players bullied there? Yes. Have we had
Yeah.
players banned there? Yes, Mod, you got banned there. We've
Yeah.
had that. Okay, and I'm I'm not comfortable like sending you guys off to go play on another server. Does that mean we need to make a skyblock right now? No, not necessarily. Are you guys able to go play that anytime you want? Of course you are. You can play whatever games you want. But inviting each other to go play on another server is against the rule, and it always has been. It's a huge safety concern. And I know some of you know how bad things have gotten in the past when this has happened. Some of you who are in this call right now have had things happen to you because they've been invited to another server by another crafter and something bad happened. We literally had people on this call that has happened to. And so am I going to give you permission to say, yeah, you guys go play, go do that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. And it's not necessarily 100% my call. This is not my server. I'm the admin here. Alyssa's an admin here, but this is AF server. And so at the end of the day, it's going to be his decision on what we do. I see your guys' point. I get it's Skyblock. I love Skyblock. I play that. I'm actually less Sky Factory, for being honest. But still, I get it. It's a game. You guys want to go play it. It's fun. But at the same time, if you really look at what you're doing, you are inviting each other to go play not a mini game where we did bend. We already bent once, letting mini games. Now it's you're wanting to go and play a building game, like an actual where you go, like you come on ACO and play every day. You build a house. It's Skyblock. You're wanting to build and play this game on another server with other ACO players. Is that fun to play with chat off? I don't. Why would you want to play a game like that with chat off?
How long
It's
do
one
we
thing
have
to do
to
a
be
mini
on
game.
this topic, though?
Well, hold on. Did you have something to chime in really quick, PP?
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, we did already bend on Bed Wars because we saw the huge demand for it, and saying things like, "Oh, we're going to go play all these other games and stuff on these other servers so that they'll add it to AC like they did with Bed Wars." That is the last thing you should be saying, because that just tells us no, never add this, because that's just a spit in the face to us.
And that conversation got relayed all the way to admin. So, and I'm not saying ACO admin, I'm saying AC admin. That conversation that was said that day of, well, if that's how we get things added, then let's just all go do it anyway. Not cool, guys. Not cool. It's really,
Sorry, before I go and help my dad with washing up and stuff, we're still allowed to talk about Skyblock.
You can talk about it. You guys can talk about it. The issue is inviting each other to go play it. That was the issue. And some of you did great. Some of you instantly were like, you know what? I didn't think of it that way, and I'm really sorry. And until we have a clarification from AF, we're just going to put it on hold. Some of you did that, and some of you didn't. Some of you are mod. Some of you instead made comments like what BB just said, which again made it all the way to admin as to, well, this is how we're going to get around this, or this is how we're going to get this. that shows a lot of disrespect for us and the literal millions of hours we put into volunteering and trying to give you guys everything we can. At the end of the day, it 100% comes down to safety. And that's what we made a commitment to each one of your parents when you guys signed up back when you were 8, 9, 10 years old. We're here to keep you guys safe. Obviously on ACO, we are able to do a little bit more bending and let you guys do some of these mini games elsewhere. But please be respectful for our decision when we say we need to wait just a little bit. I see Nin say, but Fortnite doesn't have chat. Fortnite doesn't have chat. We're in our lobbies. We don't even allow other people from anyone to be in our lobbies. If you're asking specifically about Fortnite. Yeah.
So I made that comment, and I was like, I'm sorry I made that comment. Like, I wasn't thinking what I was saying. I was just fired up since I spent.
Well, and I understand that, and you're not the only one. I was told quite a few things were said very negative about what I had to say about that, and that's great. You have that. You can have whatever reaction that you're going to have. I mean, I'm not holding it against anyone, but at the same time, I'm really trying to get you guys to understand this isn't just a Blues trying to be mean about it. This comes down to safety, and again, these are very gray areas. We are growing and we're changing, and that is honestly a good thing. But at the same time, there's times that we're going to be like, pause, wait. Let's really look into this before we go forward, because maybe this is not something that we are going to be willing to risk. If one player gets hurt, I'm sorry, it's not worth it, because we've had players hurt. Like, we've had not just Outcrafters, not little kids. We've had ACOers get hurt because they get invited elsewhere, and then they end up in a Discord, and then they end up here or there. And then and then they come to me and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help you because you did that. I can't do anything about it. That's hard for me. It hurts me along with you. So does anyone else have any other questions regarding this very specific? I know Dusty, you wanted to say something. Was it about this?
Well, because this whole conversation came up, this makes me want to talk about something with you relating to it in private. Can we do it right after this?
I can't do it right after because we have Player of the Week right after.
Can we do it right after that?
After we'll have a meeting, and then after that I can. It'll be a problem 2 hours from now. So we have some stuff going on over in AC admin. So
also,
yeah, as soon as I can, as soon as I'm done, I will ping you.
Something I wanted to add to the Bed Wars thing. I've seen a lot of people using the party chat on Hypixel. Like, if whoever's running the party /p mute, it'll mute the entire party so no one can chat or like say something on accident. Please and thank you.
Yeah, and doing that is what's going to allow us to continue to let you guys do things. Is taking when we give you a little bit of we give you a little bit of wiggle room, and if you handle it maturely and responsibly, it lets us more feel comfortable with giving a little bit more wiggle room and a little bit more, as long as you're doing it responsibly. It's kind of like the games thing. I'm not going to tell you guys you can't share your game statuses, because for the most part you guys do a great job with it. For the most part you guys do a fantastic job with the music. I don't have to say, I'm sorry, no songs with cuss lyrics, because you guys do a really good job of that. And when there is in there, it's done okay. It's not extreme. So this is one of those things. If you push us to have to make a rule on it, it might not go in your favor right now. Give us some time. Let's talk about it. Let's outweigh the pros and the cons, and let's look at Hypixel and see what we can do about it.
Add on to what Snow said.
Okay.
But if you do /F add someone on Hypixel, you can set all your privacy settings so only friends can party invite you to stop random invites. That's what my stuff's at. So only my Hypixel friends can invite me. No random people can invite me. That's it.
Well, and that's something you guys can, talk about over there and stuff, but handle it maturely. That's what I always say. If you show you can be mature about this, then we might be okay. Well, that's great. You guys did a really great job with this. You didn't challenge us. You didn't say anything. But like I said, the conversations I've been hearing that have been about this have been pretty disappointing, to say the least. So because
what Blue's saying is one of the main promises the server gives to people is the security and the promise that people aren't going to get bullied, griefed, or used. Mm-hmm. They can't keep that promise if you go onto a server they don't control.
That's right, exactly. And so going in to play a few round of Bed Wars is one thing. Going in to play a game where you guys go every single day and build together and you have this, it's different. And I really hope you guys can at least acknowledge and see that it's two different things. So All right, guys. Well, let's wrap that part up. If anyone has any like concerns or something they want to talk privately, just let us know. We could talk to you. Outside of that, I think we're just gonna end that right there. Does anyone else have anything they want to bring up? Like I said, my announcements were pretty short today. Overall, you guys are doing great. It's been great. We've had a good couple months. I'm really looking forward to coming up. We've got Pride coming up. We've got survival games coming up. We've got the AC Olympics coming up. We've got some movies. We got more concerts. The concert last week? Wow, it feels like months ago. Taylor Swift. That was amazing. Like everyone loved that. It was so good to have concerts back. Concerts are now every other month, by the way. And then every other month is going to be the drive-in. So we'll have different things. Let's see. All right. Anyone have any questions? Nope. All right. Well, then we'll go ahead and close this out. And that gives us a little few minutes. I'm tired. A little bit of time between Player of the Month and Player of the Week. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being amazing as always. Thank you for keeping everything going. I know I've been a lot of it pulled over to AC lately. As you guys know, with the AF on break and APL on break, and Sadie's on a little break, and school schedules have changed on some of the admins. So it's been busy, and I really appreciate you guys always being so awesome. And I always say ACO is like a well-oiled machine. You guys just do great. You don't have to have someone here babysitting and always telling you this or that. I'm so proud of that. Like I really am. I'm so proud of you guys, and I brag about you a lot. But I mean it. I really do mean it, because weeks like this that were really hard. I didn't get to be over here as much as I wanted, but when I was here, we laughed a lot. So, and some of you Plutonians that are in my little group, you understand that. So, right, Manupla, we got this. Anyways, all right, guys. We are portal. Yes, we're Team Pluto. No, we did. It was a fun week, even though it was really busy. As always on ACO, we have a really good time. So,
can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I just went to the villager trading farm, and is there an expansion going on now?
We are getting ready to do some expanding on it. I don't know if it has started yet, but I know we're getting ready to. We did lose a couple of villagers, and it's really sad that happened, but they can't be brought back, unfortunately. So we lost, I think, in total 5 or 6, and I think 3 of them were really good. So we are going to be doing some changes on it and get that changed. That's all I can really say right now. So
okay.
Not sure what it looks like as of today. I haven't been over there in a few days, but I don't know if that
looks like everyone's still alive.
Well, they got replaced, but they don't have the same trades necessarily. So we had one player who accidentally killed like 5, and then one player I think killed 1. But unfortunately, they were really important ones, so that's the hard part. By the way, and I put a sign up, but don't have a weapon in your hand when you're in there. No mobs are going to spawn in there. There's iron golems running around too. Like, please don't do that, because these accidental killings really affect the whole server, because now we don't get those trades anymore. And some of those had those old school trades that we just can't get back. And so when I put them back, it doesn't come back the same. So just be very, very, very careful. It's a responsibility. Be very, very careful. I don't know how I don't know. I'm always baffled by how you accidentally kill a villager too, but it apparently happens. So you're like, no, I don't want that trade.
we used to have a couple players that would go to the I think I was one of them, or maybe it was 3 of us, that would go to the villager trading hall with the damage indicators mod and check all the villagers and use splash potions of healing on them if they were low. We used to do that. We've stopped doing that. That's probably why a lot of these villagers died, was because their health was low.
It could be. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't use them personally myself much anymore. I just don't have time. But yeah, but we are going to be doing some remodels on it. We've got some things in the work. Farm team, as you guys know, the Ender Farm's back. So thank you, Nin, on fixing that one. The Ender Farm goes way back. For some of you, like I know, like me and BB and Telly and Ragnar, Ben in those days. Yep, the Ender. Or I used to call it the Ender re-render. But yeah, that was our only farm for the longest time. Our only farm. Our only XP farm we had before the Guardian farm came after that. And so it's really cool. Just memory wise, it's really awesome. And I know the farm team's already discussing it. We're not going to overcomplicate this farm. This farm is going to stay very simple, like it always has been. It's a classic. It's you know, it's ACO 2018. Like it's an old one for us. So thanks for getting that back up and going. If you guys, by the way, have farm ideas, you can put that also in either the farm suggestion channel or the idea channel. Also, really quickly, if you have a concert idea, use the poll that we gave you in the ACO live channel. Don't put your concert ideas in the ideas channel. They're going to get lost. And that's kind of what had happened last year was, you know, we had players putting them in ideas channel, players saying it in calls, players saying it during the concert, players typing it in game. There was no way to collect all that data. So here it's in a poll. It's nice and neat. We'll be reviewing them, you know, probably every 3-6 months-ish, things like that. And we'll let you know once you submit one, that's your submission for then. When we say, okay, guys, we're going to refresh it, we're going to redo it, then you'll have an opportunity to submit the poll again. But if you have a concert idea, that's where it goes. By the way, Amudo Riley was really pushing last night for One Direction concert. Just gonna say.
Good.
Good.
We got Pride
my
coming
God.
up. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up, guys. It's gonna be busy again. Oh, prom before Pride. Yep, prom. We already have the theme picked. We've already started discussing even the layout of it, and I can tell you, I'm really excited. This is gonna be a fun one.
Can you give us a teaser?
Nope. Not yet. But we're also
No.
gonna do prom week. So we're gonna have the whole week of events.
Like last year.
Yep, we're gonna have a whole week of spawn events. We're gonna have a special drive-in movie that's tied to it.
That was really fun last
Yep,
time.
we're gonna do it all. So it's already being planned. It's already being worked on. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool, fun stuff coming up. You know, birthdays. We got birthdays coming up. The birthday team's been hard at it, as you guys know. They always do a phenomenal job. Farm team, whew, that's been a tough team the last month because and a lot of it had to do with some issues, you know, with ACO as far as TPS goes, and that may or may not have had to do with AC. It's just been a mess, but they've been on hold, but now they got the green light, and of course they get the green light right as a fly day happens. So no green light today, but starting tomorrow they have the green light again to get their stuff done. So if you've been waiting on a farm submission, just know it's happening, it's coming. It was out of their control. It was out of my control. It's just one of those things and that's why you guys got the fly day, is for being so awesome and understanding during AC's hardware issue, which did affect ACO, and we did have to go down for it, and we did suffer some. So you guys were awesome about it as usual. Didn't complain as usual. You guys were supportive as usual, and because of that, I love to reward you any way I can. And a fly day is pretty much how that happens right now. So Pluto, exactly. We're building Pluto. So.
Blue, would you like to have a chocolate dove?
Sure. Like IRL, I hope. I'm really hungry. Anyways, all right, guys, let's close this out. We've got Player of the Week here in about 5 minutes now. So if you guys want to all head over there, and I'll get with Emrez. We'll get a picture taken. But once again, congratulations, Miss Emrez. You were very much loved, and a lot of players said a lot of really nice things about you. Watch this later, Emrez. Just know. Pluto is not lonely. We don't size shame on the server, people. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm not even going to leave this call, but Dusty, if you want to do your outro, and then we can just head over to ACO or AC.
Thank you for watching. This has been yet another ACO Player of the Week, Player of the Month. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy your fly day, and enjoy, I guess, your weekend. And just remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more of my content coming in the future. And this is peace out.
Peace out. All right, guys. So let's now transfer